Hey, you are really good at this. You keep coming and I can't make you stop. I'm very much impressed by your perseverance. Man, that's so hard to say actually. Since you listened, I need to tell you something. After doing those videos, my mouth hurts so much. Can you let me how am I doing? If you've come this far, it means you truly care about this and me. Oh, that's so touching. I love you too. Now, let's begin our last torment. What are you mostly afraid of? Is it just a fear of change or the amount of work to be done? Or maybe you're afraid that you will fail. In this video, I will talk about how to overcome food addictions, how to transition most effectively, and how to make others join you on your journey. You are standing right before a dramatic transformation and change in your life. Changes are good, but so many of us are afraid of making them just because we don't know what is going to happen, what the outcome might be, and whether we like it or not. In our case, we don't have that much time to proceed with more subtle transition just because there is a health issue on the line and we want to act as soon as we can. I get that. In a perfect situation, it's best to start the change by introducing new things first, rather than removing old foods and feeling deprived. Even though we don't have months to do that, we are going to keep this concept and transition to our clients exactly this way, just a little faster. During the first week of our program, we will be learning all new recipes and foods that you will love, and the rest of the change will just happen on its own. I will help you through that process. The fun part of it is being creative. So if you like to experiment in the kitchen, it's even better. But since the recipes are pretty simple, you can have very low cooking skills and that's fine. What if you fail and fall off the wagon here and there? First of all, do not beat yourself up. It will not help you further in the process. It will actually do the opposite. Rather than wondering about it, begin educating yourself about foods that don't serve you. And once you know what's inside, you may not feel like eating it anymore. Soon, finding a healthy substitute of those things will become your new habit. Learning how toxic are processed meats and sugary snacks with tons of additives, sugar, salt. Your mind will start to turn away from those foods. It's because that's the way our brain is built. We follow the desire of pleasure versus pain. It rules our life. So, the key is to associate the problematic foods and habits with pain, but at the same time connect whatever is nourishing our body and serves our well-being with pleasure. Once you experience the pleasure of feeling good, having smooth skin, high energy, clear and positive thinking, your mind will drag you back there and you will notice that you started to make more and more good choices. Now, I am going to be very honest with you. It's no joke. Hey, don't laugh. I'm serious. I said I'm serious. You think I'm joking? Yeah? Well, I was joking before, you're right. But I am not joking now. This is really serious. The one thing you have to do is to begin that process, to push yourself a bit more at the start, just like if you want to become good at something. You need to learn that skill first and then practice until it becomes effortless. A big part of the work we are going to be doing during our 28-day program together in the group. And let me tell you something about the power. The power of the group is amazing. The amount of encouragement, the support, the motivation is endless. Just because someone else is doing it, the others are modeling without even realizing it. It's so much easier. Once you're there, it will become so much more natural to you. I promise. It takes about 21 days to break a habit and to create a new one. So we've got plenty of time to do that over the 4 weeks of the program. The main part of this change is the middle 2 weeks of green detox. During that time, we are going to take down the inflammation, beat the candida, remove a whole lot of toxins, and rinse out an excess fat, salt, and more. This is going to be hard for a moment, especially 4 to 7 days, so you want to be mentally prepared for the challenge. But those first few days will do magic. You will reset completely your taste buds. Sweet and salt levels will go back to natural state. You will taste all the new foods on whole another level. They will appear and taste so good like never before. So it is really important, and I want you to make a promise to yourself to stick with the program firmly for the first 4 to 7 days, and then you'll see that those next few weeks will be so much easier. Soon we will reintroduce fruits back to the diet, and it will feel amazing, wonderful, and so worth it. For now, as you are watching this, you can begin the subtle change. Bring in more plant foods and learn new recipes. Find new favorites. Enjoy shopping, prepping, and creating. The colors and fragrance and appearance of plants is so inspiring. Once you start, you will feel empowered. Are you feeling this power in you? Can you feel it? This is energy that is overflowing your heart and mind. I know you can do this. And once you are on the road, you will keep going. Now, how to go one step further and invite family members to come along. We're talking about long-term changes towards plant-based lifestyle with an abundance of fruits. That's the goal. Your loved ones not necessarily may like this idea. So my advice is to show rather than tell. Be sneaky and quiet. Do not announce this big change and just do your thing. It will make them curious and probably wanting to try. Do exactly the same way as I said at the beginning. Don't take away something they love, but introduce something new as an addition to the menu. Everyone likes new ideas. Who knows? They may actually love it. Don't talk about the healthy benefits too much, especially when they don't ask. Try to stay in a way they will understand and do not take too long to explain, so it doesn't become a lecture. One thing at a time, small steps. Exactly this way I encouraged my husband to join me on my raw food journey back in 2014. When I discovered the banana island, I was so excited to try it and possibly to help my kids soon. I told my husband I am doing it for 10 days, but I never asked of him to do the same. So I got bananas and I started. On the 4th day, he noticed that I changed. I was glowing with happiness and I was full of energy. I was excited and feeling so great. I haven't felt this way in years. He asked me if he could try to join me on day 7 and continue together till day 10. I smiled and told him that will be amazing, and we got one more box of bananas to ripe them. He did it, and it was the first step to go further. Later on, he always wanted me to make him the same dish I was making for myself, so pretty often we ended up having a very healthy dinner together. I knew he was happy doing it, but I never pushed him to it. It was a bit different for my kids since their health issues. I did not give them that much choice. I explained to them why. I gave them unlimited choices within the range of foods that are good for them. They understood the need and they see the results, so I'm always trying to be honest about it with them. It does help that my husband is on board, so remember, leave the door open, and that person, even if at first wasn't interested, might very well change their mind and come back. This is way better approach because pushing them too much will create a huge resistance. They will find other ways to get what they like. They will sneak behind your back to a fast food place or eat dinner at their friends. So it's going to create an opposite result to what you expect. I've tried it and it doesn't work. Trust me. Another way of supporting your family members is to offer your help. If you know that one of them has some health issue, for example, struggles with acne, tummy aches, maybe tiredness, it is best to drop the concept first and give them a power of choice. Saying, for example, I'm learning so much, I would love to share with you. So let me know if you would like to talk. I'm here for you. Just leave it as it is and wait. They usually come for more because it's an open subject and you don't make the decision for them. But they may be really curious just by observing what you do and how you change. Just be patient. This won't take long as we humans are goal oriented and we like to have results. So once they see you going through a transformation yourself, they may want to do exactly the same, just wanting to change and get the results as well. Once they try, notice every little effort and point it out in a really positive way. For example, say, instead of saying, "Oh, your acne isn't so bad," simply say, "I see your skin looks amazing." Another important aspect of this process is to simply showing yourself vulnerable and that you need support. If you ask your loved one to help you because you want to do this for your own health, it may be hard to say no to. Everything takes time. When your family will see you're in it to win it, the resistance will drop and they will follow you. You need to be patient and not pushing anyone but yourself. Be consistent, show rather than tell, invite but don't press, inspire them. Don't expect. Make changes yourself, show the results so they will be intrigued by your transformation, and that is going to be your power. You will have a massive impact later. It's been years now, and recently many of my friends who used to reject my way actually ask me for an advice. But I never shut that door and I always showed up being who I am, sharing my newest recipes, answering questions, making foods for them to try, showing how it's done, showing the results. Today, they look at me in a different way. A strong mom of three amazing homeschoolers who speak English fluently as just their natural language, and they eat salads like monkey eats bananas. I used to be miserable and helpless with three kids who cannot eat anything normal. And even that wasn't helping the way they used to look. Everyone doubted me at that time, but I stuck with this method as soon as I saw the first signs that it's working. I'm committed still, and it became my power over friends and family. I do have an influence over many people now and help anyone who asks me for it. I seriously can't believe I made you watch this entire thing. You are awesome, and I wish I could give you a big hug right now. I really, truly mean to help you. That's the only motivation for me to put this out there. Lately, I'm getting great feedbacks from people who follow my advice and they get the results. In October, exactly on the day of my birthday, I got the picture from mom of Henry, who is 11, who began this process in June. I knew he was doing well and making progress, but the picture just brought me to tears. Henry looks amazing, and I could not take my eyes off of this picture. His mom did such good job, and I feel like all my work was so worth this moment. The feeling I was a part of this boy's recovery makes me keep going and inspired me to create this program. So, thank you, Henry, for being such a brave and tough dude. Okay, let's get to the bottom of this. At the end of this mini masterclass, I wanted to set your mind onto our goal: healing eczema and enjoying life again. We're going to begin with adopting a raw food diet that consists of whole, ripe, fresh fruits and vegetables, eaten in abundance, preceded by a period of detox. At first, it might sound quite advanced and difficult, but it is the simplest diet you could ever imagine. It doesn't really require much cooking talent since you're not going to be cooking. It's very easy and simple. In opposite to what we learn since early childhood, the raw foods are so easy to digest, easy to absorb and process by the body. The study shows that humans originated in hot climate, where fresh, sweet, and ripe fruits are available all year round. They moved into cold parts of the world and adopted there. The conditions were not suitable for raw diets since fresh produce simply wasn't available at all times. So humans started to seek different options and became omnivores instead. Standard and mostly cooked diet slows digestion down and requires less food because proteins and fats are more satisfying. I think people found it really convenient. But the real problems have begun when people started cultivating grains and extracting plants for oils and sugars. All that happened so fast that simply our bodies couldn't adjust to the change. More and more people started to develop health issues because of such huge change in their diet and lifestyle. Look at us today. We sit for most of the day. We eat a lot of processed foods with a lot of sugar, not the healthy one, but processed white sugar stripped of fiber. We eat foods that have been genetically modified. We don't receive enough of sun exposure. We simply are overworking our system, and what do we expect? This is the moment when simple raw foods become a great solution and a return to the old ways that our body still remembers. Why raw food diet is so powerful? It speeds the digestion up to 5 times comparing to mostly cooked diet. It contains enzymes and vitamins in their natural state. It's highly hydrating because of all fresh fruits and veggies that contain purest water. It's alkalizing, it's cleansing because of so much fiber and antioxidant in fruits. It is rejuvenating because of the chlorophyll presented in greens. And then it puts digestion system to a state of low maintenance because it doesn't require almost any digestion. So all the system have now the time and ability to repair and heal just by itself. What I'm going to teach in Ullenka's GreenFix is the fundamentals of plant-based lifestyle that saved my life and my family. I will share everything I know from the moment I have discovered this way to help you achieve the same. This is probably one of the most important steps for you to take in your life. It will change everything, but in a very positive way. I hope you will join this growing community of amazing people who decided to make better choices for themselves, their families, and our planet as well. Okay, gosh, this was really long. I'm going to give you 100 points score. Actually, if you've stayed until the very end of this video, if you're still there, listening patiently to all my grinding, and if your brain is still there and did not explode, here I have a deal for you. Write to me and let me know how I did in this video series. What was good, what was interesting, and what was boring. Tell me the truth. I will email you back a special prize for you with a discount to reward your determination and patience, as I know you really want to do this. Deal? See you there!